Well, happy new year. We have made it to 2026. Today is episode 11, and we are going to explore new beginnings, reflecting on the old, and resolutions for the new. Come on, y'all. This is it, episode 11. But did you die, though? Confessions of a Widow. Let's go.
It didn't kill me, but it made me stronger, though, because I asked myself, did you die, though? Yeah. Confessions of a Widow.
Yeah. Trying to piece it back together, I've been stressing. I ain't been the same since I lost my best friend. My thoughts is crowded, don't know what to do about it. So I figure I should sit down and talk about it. Weight of the world on my shoulders, but still I go hard. So I created a session called the Report Card. 4 C's and 2 F's, the C stands for comedy, cooking, crafting, and Christianity. The 2 F's is fashion and fitness. Then I do the comical confessions to tell you all of my business. They ask me how am I doing and I can't lie though. Yeah, damn near killed me. But did you die though? Confessions of a widow. But did you die though? Go. Confessions of a widow. But did you die though? Nope. But did you die though?
Thank you for tuning in today. I'm your host, comedian Carmen Barton, coming to you live from Ghetto Girl Studios, Inglewood, California, and this is episode 11. Yes, we made it through the new year, y'all. What an accomplishment. Happy New Year to everybody. A lot of us didn't think we would make it here. There were times that I didn't think I was going to make it here, but I did. I got through Christmas. It was rough. I went through a little rough patch, but I did make it. New Year, my New Year was so weird because I did not do nothing. I was in the bed. I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't asleep, so I didn't necessarily sleep the New Year in, but I was home and I was just kind of waiting on phone calls and stuff from people in the Midwest when it hit midnight, which was like 10 o'clock my time, and saw the little cute little outfits and said Happy New Year to my loved ones then. And then I kind of just chilled, and I thought I would be sad, but I was good. I just didn't feel like going out spending all of that. You know, you got to spend all that money and effort and makeup and outfits and, you know, going to all of the parties that they taxing for to go raise a glass. Baby, I said, I'm over it. And so I did not indulge this year. I was off work and I just enjoyed my time alone. So I'm just happy that y'all made it here as well. It's been a rough year. 2025 was a rough year for a lot of people. A lot of the widows that I met here actually lost their spouses in 2025. And so, that first year be the worst. But you made it through. I hope that y'all listened to me and surrounded yourself with loved ones and new traditions and activities for Christmas and Thanksgiving, because those are the things that have truly helped me. So I'm glad that we made it here. I didn't necessarily make a New Year's resolution. It's a lot of things that I want to change for the new year. There's going to be a lot of changes in the new year that's coming up. And so I think it is important to kind of write stuff down and kind of plan for things that you want to change. And I think that the downside of New Year's resolution is it sets us up for failure. Because, you know, every year for like 20 years, my New Year's resolution used to be that I was going to stop cursing. And baby, I ain't stopped yet. The only time that I can really manage not to curse is when my father is around, and he actually almost made me curse the other day when I was with him. But I haven't been able to accomplish the not cursing, but I am dedicated to committing to having cleaner sets, you know, on my comedy routine, because I be cursing like a lot. And, you know, sometimes jokes like need the curse words. Like I did a little video about the whole thing about, you know, Trump going to literally kidnap this man in Venezuela, kidnap this man and his wife, the president, and talking about now we run Venezuela. And so, you know, I try not to be super vulgar on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, please log on and follow and catch the fashion and the jokes and the all over the place stuff. My Instagram is Carmen Comedy. We're going to talk about my last post. But, you know, I was going to make this little video for Instagram about how the nerve of Trump to be running around here talking about we run Venezuela. You can't even run the United States. And the joke was, I remember back in the day, they remind me of a dude that was trying to have a threesome with me, talking about let's bring somebody else in. And I'm like, sir, you can't even handle me. And it wasn't really, it's funny because I really couldn't use the vulgarity that I wanted to use. But when I went on stage, the joke hit. So sometimes curse words are needed. And so as I'm committed to cleaning up my act, to do more television and to do more writing, my father, I was always raised that, using profanity kind of can be a lack of vocabulary, because there's always a better word to use than the curse word, but we often don't use it. I see like a little glare. I don't know what I'm doing today, but y'all not gonna get makeup and lashes today, baby. I barely made it on here. But yeah, so I always want to work on my cursing, but sometimes as a comedian, I feel like that little F-bomb is needed, and I feel like you need to be more descriptive. And so I'm still working on it. But you can set yourself up. Everybody always has that New Year's resolution to lose weight and to get into the gym. And you start strong, but you crash hard. Most people don't even make it out of the month of January. But it's always a great New Year's resolution. It's always a great start. And so I do have that New Year's resolution every single year. And so sometimes I think it's important, like I said, to write it down and try to commit to it. And sometimes we overdo it and we kill ourselves and set ourselves up for failure if we try to go too hard on something that's not realistically attainable. They say that your goal should always be out of this world and crazy and outlandish, so that nothing should be too big. But sometimes people be overdoing it, man. You're not gonna lose 40 pounds in a week. You need to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop it. So we're gonna talk about where I'm at with some of those goals at the end of the show in the report card session. But for now, I want to just come on here really quick and thank everybody who supported me last year. This is episode 11, so we did have 10 episodes since August, and I had some changes that were made during the production of this, but I have decided to stick with it. Even though I have my low moments and my high moments, my views ain't always what I want them to be, but I'm going to continue to show up. And so I want you guys to continue to support me for this podcast to someone else who may be able to benefit for it. Watch it, like it, and engage with me, because I'm a big deal. Okay, I'm a big deal. I think that one of the things that I recognized about myself in 2025 is that I was born for this. I was made for this, to encourage and inspire people. And that's the reason why I created this podcast. I always say this: I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing my way through. And so I'm glad that you guys have joined me. I know that at the height of my grief, what helped me was other widows showing up, and I was able to see that they okay, and so I can be okay. And so if I don't come on here and do nothing but encourage one person and let one person know that I am going to be okay, and I was okay, so you're going to be okay, that's what I'm going to continue to do. If you look at my last post on my Instagram, I posted a t-shirt quilt, and you have seen that t-shirt quilt on a couple of episodes. When I do lives, I usually post it up in front of the t-shirt quilt, but it's all of my husband's t-shirts. The part of the studio that I'm in now, I'm actually looking at the t-shirt quilt. And so it was one of the things that I did that really, really helped me, because one of the biggest parts of dealing with grief and dealing with the loss of a loved one is having to look at their belongings when they're gone, when you live with a person and they're no longer there, and everything that they have owned in life is there staring at you. And it's like, what do you do with their belongings? And I have repurposed so many of my husband's things. And 2025 is the year that most of his stuff is no longer here. I have the t-shirt quilt. I have some stuff, but I can become a bit of a hoarder. Y'all know I'm a creator. I do a lot of creating. And so I don't be wanting to throw nothing away because I feel like I'm going to need this. I'm going to be able to use this. And so I just had so much of his stuff that I knew that I would never use. And so it was time for me to repurpose it. It was time for me to repurpose it. So I repurposed it and I made the t-shirt quilt, and I actually wear a lot of his clothes too. I wear a lot of my husband's clothes, and when I wear a lot of his clothes, it makes me feel better. I feel close to him. Unfortunately, it's been over 4 years since my husband died, and so the scent that he has is not on his clothing anymore. But it used to smell like him. I used to feel really close to him when I would wear his clothes. So now, I just have a bunch of his stuff. I have the t-shirt quilt, which is my favorite item, and I'm going to put in the show notes where I got my t-shirt quilt made. And I know Mommy Barton also has a t-shirt quilt. I know this because I was recently in St. Louis and I was comforted by her t-shirt quilt that she made. And so I'll have her leave where she got hers done. But my husband had about 200 t-shirts, and I got the t-shirt quilt made with about 90 of them. I got some photo panels, and it's a great way to repurpose the items that your loved one had. So I want you all to try to incorporate that. If you lost your husband recently, or if you lost a spouse, or if you have a lot of your loved ones' belongings, or if you just have stuff for yourself, try to repurpose it so it's meaningful, because once you throw stuff away, it's gone. And the last thing that you want to do is it's regret throwing some stuff away. I remember the weekend that my husband died, we were doing a lot of cleaning, and I got rid of a lot of clothes. I have a lot of stuff. And so I got rid of a lot of stuff. And then this was on a Thursday. I got rid of a lot of stuff, and then he died that Friday. And I remember I gave some stuff to our nanny that was taking care of Chrisette. And after he died, I called her like, I need some of that stuff back. And it was some stuff was like outfits that we had that was like kind of alike, and I just got rid of mine because it didn't fit right anymore. You know, some stuff that he may have given me that I didn't want. But when you lose a loved one, everything is so precious. And so I wanted to get those items back, and I did. And I never wore them. I never did anything with them. All they did was just sit in the bag for 3 years. But I had them, and it meant a lot to me. So just be careful when you're repurposing, and try to do something meaningful during your repurposing moments. Moving right along to look back in 2025, I did much more dating than I have ever done since I've been in widowhood, and I had some highs and lows of dating, and it was mostly lows. It was mostly lows, but I did get myself out there. I did have some amazing meals. I did see some amazing sights, and I had some killer outfits. So I'm going to continue to date in 2025. I am on a new website. I'm only going to be on it for a couple of more weeks because it's not working out for me. But let me tell y'all something. These dating websites, you know, are really, really, really for the birds. Like it's crazy. So they have some for Black people, because you want to get on a site that maybe has the race that you're looking for, and so those be so ghetto. You know, I be like, oh goodness, let me just get on one of a more upscale site. Then the upscale sites, they be an arm and a leg, and it's nothing. It's hardly no Black people on there. Then the Black people that are on there, they don't even want me. So I'm like, really, $69.95 a month for me to have all left swipes? So I'm dedicated to going to the grocery store more in 2026, because I feel like my new boo might be in the grocery store. No, I don't know where he is, but I'm going to continue to get out. I think it's going to be impossible for me to meet someone if I never go out. And it has been proven to me that these dating sites is just really ain't where it is. It's not where it's at, the dating website. So I'm gonna try to get out a little bit more and socialize a little bit more, and then maybe I can meet somebody. But the thing about the progress that I've made is that when I tell you, I had to get close to the camera for this one, I am so happy with myself. I am so happy with myself. and I'm so in love with myself, and I just love to dress up and date myself, and that's something that's good for me. It's good to have somebody else pick up the tab sometimes, but I got it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Continue to love on myself in 2026. Continue to open myself up to date, and be happy that I'm not disappointed when stuff doesn't work out. So I appreciate all the encouragement and all the funny stories, and I have a lot more free time this year, like a lot more free time. I'm getting organized. I'm getting another part of the studio set up as we speak, so that we can have a newer and a better background, and we can use different background for different segments of the shows. All of that is coming, but I will have more time to focus on you. If I had one thing to change in 2025, although I do love the podcast and I love y'all, it would be more attention to my podcast. It would be more attention to mailing out the gifts that I promise people, and promoting the podcast more. It would be much more attention to the podcast, because I love you all here at But Did You Die Though? Confessions of a Widow. So we gonna have some major improvements coming up in 2026, and I just want to thank y'all for bearing with me. 2025 was an amazing year for me as far as my business. I had amazing comedy shows, and I also had amazing television appearances. Shout out to everybody who's joining me from watching me on the Sherry Show. And shout out to Sherry Shepherd. You can still catch that episode if you haven't seen it on SherryShowTV.com. Just put my name in the search bar and you will see the full episode, as well as highlights from my comedy segment of the show. So thank y'all for supporting that. And guess what? I have a new show coming up this week, tomorrow, actually, Thursday, January the 15th. My episode of CBS's Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen will be aired. I have a short little video, commercial, pictures that I'm going to show you guys and encourage you all to tune in. Let's get this situated for them. Tomorrow, Byron Allen, Comics Unleashed. Watch this. We may be having some technical difficulties. Just bear with us, but it's just a bunch of cute pictures of me when I was on set, and I had an amazing experience on Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed. I was able to film that right here in Los Angeles, and so I had hair that morning with my hairstylist, Malika Palmer, got into the studio, got makeup done, and I had an amazing time filming at the studio near Culver City. And so here's the video. Oh, it's just a picture. I'm sorry. So the video was tripping. So check out my Instagram for the video. But this is a cute picture. This is how I looked. And I'm going to tell everybody in advance that I did have a wardrobe malfunction during my entire show. And that is where my bottom two buttons were not buttoned up. And I did not know. And so you see the generous cleavage. And it's just a lot. But here's the clip. So y'all see how my shirt is like wide open the whole show? That was a mistake. And I didn't have anybody with me. I didn't have anybody there to assist me doing the show. I had just recently done the Sherry Show before I did that. And I did have my mom assisting me for the Sherry Show and making sure that everything was together. But I didn't have anybody here with me. And so my shirt was open the entire time. And no, I'm talking about nobody said nothing. I was the only female there, a panel full of men. Nobody said, button up your shirt. Nobody said, is this cleavage intentional? Nobody said nothing. So that was my technical difficulties, but I had a really fun time. And my jokes were all over the place. Byron Allen is 100% professional, and he bailed me out of certain situations. So it's going to be a good episode. So you guys be sure to tune in tomorrow night on CBS, Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed. It'll be me. So I'm grateful for that opportunity, as well as a lot of different opportunities that I had last year. But I'm looking forward to even more opportunities. You can also still catch me on Miss Pat Settles It. Shout out to everybody who watches Miss Pat Settles It. You can we're on a break from season 3. So we're on the mid-season pause. And so we're going to pick back up on the new cases and new episodes later on this year. But you can catch Miss Pat Settles It on BET. Season 1 and 2 are on BET Plus, and you can also stream those on YouTube as well. YouTube is where it's at. So, this is Sherry's show YouTube channel. If you happen to be catching this episode after the Byron Allen Comics Unleashed airs, you can pick that back up on YouTube. And I just want to remind you all to follow my YouTube, because everybody YouTube is popping. So I've got to try to get my YouTube popping. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel for this page, and engage with my YouTube, because I'm trying to get my little YouTube followers up, because I'm trying to get this little skrill. So I just wanted to jump on and tell you guys that we made it through 2026. Looking forward to 2025. I'm going to be sharing so much more with you guys. I just want to give a special shout out to Mommy Barton. Mommy Barton, aka Dagny Barton. I was able to see her this weekend in St. Louis. We had an amazing time at Get Up Girl, and I was able to pop through that lunch break, and I was able to appear for all of the amazing women at Get Up Girl, and I'm so happy that I was able to tell them my story, because at the end of the day, I had to get up, and that is what this podcast is about. It's about, but did you die though? No matter what you went through in life, because see, everybody on here is not a griever. Everybody can relate to, losing a spouse or losing a loved one. Some people just want to laugh. Some people just like me and they want to tune in. But I'm going to tell you, we all go through different types of grief. You may be grieving the loss of a job. You may be grieving, a loss of a connection that you may have with someone. You may be grieving, a marriage. Maybe they didn't die, but it was a breakup. You may be grieving a lot of things. I never really grieved a job. I remember losing jobs. I've lost a lot of different jobs throughout my life, and I never really grieved. I never really had time to grieve a job, because I was already jumping into the next job. But you go through highs and lows in life, and so even though you may have, number one, did you die though? You didn't die though. You made it through. And if you are grieving the loss of a loved one, did you die though? So we're going to play on these words and phrases and make it fit whatever goes for us. But I'm going to tell you, I've lost out on a lot of different things in my lifetime. And the important thing is how we bounce back, how your get up game is, I remember falling on stage one time. I was at the J Spot Comedy Club in Los Angeles, and I was doing way too much trying to prepare for the show. I ended up wearing my friend Tasha's shoes, and we wore the same size. Her shoes was cute, but it was more of a platform that I was really used to. And I was on stage. I was going on to the stage, and I fell. And I got up, and I talked about myself falling. And I got up so quick and got right back into my act so quick. Nobody even knew that I really fell for real. Everybody thought that maybe it was a part of the act, or some people may have even missed it, because I got up so quick and I jumped right back into my routine so quick, and I talked about it and I laughed about it, and I pushed forward so quick that nobody even really noticed. It wasn't even really that big of a deal. And so that's how y'all got to get up. You got to bounce back so quick. It's not as easy as everybody says it is, but I'm telling you, when I look back from where I was in the beginning, where I couldn't bathe, I couldn't talk, I couldn't move, I couldn't eat, I couldn't get out of the bed. I was like paralyzed to a certain extent. And I got up. So you got to be a get up girl or get up guy, whatever it is. So we're not going to have a long episode today. I just wanted to definitely make sure that I gave you guys something, because at the end of the day, I am dedicated to making sure that you guys know that I'm here for you grievers. Shout out to all the 76ers. And the 76ers are the people who were born in 1976. I'm a 76er. The thing about all the 76ers is this year we will be 50. The big 5-0. So many things have changed in my life. I'm changing in so many ways. Like 50, people always compliment me on and don't mind the siren. Y'all know y'all in Ghetto Girl Studios in Inglewood, California. It's gonna be police, baby. You're gonna hear some sirens running around here. So I get so many compliments on my appearance, and like right now I'm not wearing any makeup, any lashes, and I'm gonna tell y'all a fun fact about me. I do not like makeup. I don't like makeup. I don't like getting my makeup done. I like being cute, but all that getting up, contouring, everything, I'm not about to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that I can wear my natural face. I'm grateful that I still look young. But 50 is coming. You're going to see a QR code at the top left of the screen. And that QR code is for my big 50th birthday comedy show, which will be in St. Louis, Missouri at the St. Charles Funny Bone. So if you are in or around St. Louis, this is going to be something that you don't want to miss, because I'm doing it up big. Listen, the tickets are available now. So the link is in the show notes. There's another QR code to get tickets. So if you want to come get up close and personal with me at the show, it's going to be on April 19th at 6 p.m. That's a Sunday. Listen, this is going to be a show that you don't want to forget. I'm going to tell y'all, today I talked to my stylist, Callie Couture. Callie Couture also created and styled me for my wedding. And I just found out I'm going to have an outfit. I'm going to have an outfit change. Listen, I'm going all out. You only turn 50 once, right? You know, I wanted to really do a huge vacation or something really spectacular, or go someplace and hang off of a cliff on the edge of the earth, you know, for my 50th. But baby, I'm 50. I can't do all of that. And I also decided I wanted to be, you know, with my parents. Trying to do those trips is a lot when you have, you know, all the people in your family. And to me, you know, it means more to me to be able to celebrate with my family. So although my daddy won't be at the show, because as y'all remember from earlier in the show, my daddy does not listen to me curse. I don't curse in front of my father. And it'll be a good show if I was to do clean comedy, but it'll be a lot funnier if I got to really tell y'all how I really feel. So I'm telling y'all how I really feel, and we getting these jokes cracking on April the 19th. If you are a part of my family and you are watching this, I know a lot of my family watches my YouTube shows. You know, my aunties and my cousins. If y'all watching this, I'm gonna tell y'all what I want for my birthday. Baby, buy a ticket. That's what I want. I want you to buy a ticket. So I want you to go online and purchase a ticket, and that will be my gift. That's all I ask, because I want us to have a good time. I want us to fellowship, and I'm working on trying to do it once a month in St. Louis, because I do want to go visit my family more. I want to go see my dad more, even though he don't even be wanting to see me. I had to pop up in St. Louis. He ain't even thinking about me. I said, Daddy, I want you to take me to the St. Louis side and ride down there with me, so that we could, you know, talk and spend some time together. He was all like, I mean, well, I got to get in the car to take you. I mean, you could call me and we could talk. And I'm like, Daddy, I'm in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Come on. He want to sit up here and be with my son dog. Like, you see this dog every weekend. You only see me every blue moon. Like, come on, Daddy, let's go. Let's ride to the Lou together. He be on one. But it's still important to me that I get to visit my family, because my parents are getting older, and my children that are in St. Louis, I still want to be a part of their lives, and it's not conducive for people to travel and go places. It's easier for me to come there. So I really want to do a once a month show in St. Louis, where I can bring all these comedians from across the country to St. Louis, and we can just connect with a comedy show on another level once a month. And so that's what I'm trying to build. So I'm hoping that if you can come to the comedy show, great. If not, just tune in and look out for your girl, because I'm doing big things, baby. The tickets to the birthday show are going to be available in the show notes. And so I want to thank you all in advance for coming to celebrate with me. We're going to have an amazing host. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have merchandise. It's going to be a huge celebration. You don't want to miss that. So please tune into that. So what do we got? We got all my things that I accomplished last year are available on YouTube. The court show is on YouTube. The show is on YouTube. Tomorrow I will be on Comics Unleashed on CBS Byron Island. And after that shows, you'll be able to Google that. That'll be on YouTube as well. So follow and support my YouTube and all my things that are going on. So we're going to get into the report card session now. And the report card session is like my favorite part of the show. And y'all, people who all my Carmenistas, you know, all of you all are going to laugh at this week's report card session. Okay, y'all gonna laugh because I definitely have discussed this part of the report card session that has not been present in 2025. So those of you who don't know, the report card session is a makeup of my report card. It's 4 C's and 2 F's. And these are not just average grades. These 4 C's and 2 F's represent the things that I do to help me with my grief and get me through life. The 4 C's represent comedy, cooking, crafting, and Christ. Those things saved me. Those things, when my husband died, I thought my life was over. My whole world was crushed, and I did not want to move on. I did not want to live on. But through those things, I was able to get my life back. Number one, Christ, you know. So those are the 4 C's. And then the 2 F's are fashion. I like my little tie today. This tie came from Shane for $6. I just threw this on. Fashion. I be, you know, this little outfit ain't really popping, but look, I be putting it on. Fashion is 1 F, and the other F is fitness. Or it could be faith, but when I tell you I had none 2025, did I have any fitness? I had like 0 in the fitness department, baby. All I did was run late. That's the only running that I did in 2025 was I ran late, baby. And every week when I would like do fashion or crafting or cooking, I would always say one day I'm gonna do fitness. But it's a new year, new me. I'm about to be 50 years old. I can't go up into my 50s flabbing. I cannot go into my 50s overweight. So the F for this week is gonna be fitness. Now listen, let me set this up real quick, Dagny. So listen, I fell off so bad last year. I'm gonna be transparent real quick with you guys, really quick. So I fell off. So I started the year off with a fast, and I jumped right into an immediate weight loss. I only ate fruits and vegetables. I did a lot of juicing. I didn't eat any meat, and then I didn't eat before 4 p.m. I only really had 1 meal a day, and so I went right into right where I wanted to be. You know, I went from, you know, I got a little lipo in 2024, and so at the end of 2024, that kind of jump started me into 2025, where I just was able to get the body and the size that I desire. And so I was bad. By February, I was bad. February, March, April, May, baby, listen, June, bad. Then perimenopause decided to come and show up and ruin my life. And I started having all of these issues with my hormones and with my menstrual cycle. And I had to get on birth control because I was going to bleed to death, like literally. Like I went through all of these issues. And so I got on birth control because I needed to try to trick my body into stopping my cycle so that I could live. And instantly gained 20 pounds. Instantly. That when I tell you that weight came back up on me so quick, it was like bam. And so then I got off of the birth control and my body didn't care. It was just like amazing. Then I went and got a DNC thinking that was going to happen. It was just a lot. And so I gained like all the weight back by the end of the year. And so now I'm at a point where I'm trying to get control of my weight again because I am in the entertainment industry and I do want to have a certain look, and I am about to be 50, and so it's not as easy to get this weight off. And so I couldn't even lose 10 pounds, and I was literally starving myself today to death, and I worked out 3 times. Yes, I worked out 3 whole times and I still didn't lose nothing. I don't want to hear nothing for you. Y'all don't judge me on her, but it's a new year, a new me. I did have to get back on Ozempic. Well, not Ozempic, but I did. It's different forms of semaglutide, and yes, I got back on it. And you could judge your mammy because I got to do what I got to do out here in these streets. Now they have a lot of negative side effects, but the longer you are on the semaglutide, the more subject you are to the side effects. So I'm just doing 4 injections, 1 month of injections to get myself over these humps, and then, get myself back used to the fasting and the lifestyle. And this time, hopefully I'll be able to keep it off, but it's going to at least be off for April, because on April the 19th, I'm going to be bad. So, after the end of the year, getting my shot and eating right and exercising every single day, I went in for my weight loss, to get weighed to see how my progress. I went in to do a weight loss progress check with my physician. Go to your physician before you get any type of shots or anything done, or any type of weight loss plan. Definitely check with your physician because, there are a lot of health risk involved. So definitely do that. But I have the video of my live weight loss results here for you guys today. So if we can play the video so y'all can listen to how this went for me. Okay, so I'm back at the doctor for my checkup and weigh-in to see how I've done over the last 7 days. Baby, I have been working out vigorously, dieting, eating only fruits and vegetables, and I'm going to be so upset if I haven't lost no weight. So here's a moment of truth. Y'all see I took off all my little earrings, necklaces, watch, everything, and let's listen. Let's see how I did. Okay.
Last time you were 192.
192, y'all. That's the number to beat today. Okay, 192.
183.
183. 9 pounds. 9 pounds. Stop playing with me. Okay. Now, the first 10 pounds do come off quick, but I'm off to a great start. Happy New Year, new me. Hey. 9 pounds. Yes. So I dropped 9 pounds really quick. I did have a weigh-in again this past Monday, and I had lost an additional 2 pounds. So wait a minute. Yeah, an additional 2 pounds. So I'm 181 now. And so I'll be giving I'll be giving you guys my progress, or digress, however it goes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But here's a little video of all of my things that I have done as far as my workouts and my Apple Watch, because my Apple Watch is my best friend. I don't have it on now. It's charging right now. My Apple Watch is my best friend, and it helps keep me on track. And so I was able to nail a couple of weight loss goals. So it's only a couple of seconds. Just listen to a couple of my fitness goals that I was able to land with my Apple Watch. So we're having some technical difficulties, but I'll just tell you. Oh, here we go. So I got the January challenge done. I was able to close my rings and do the New Year challenge. And I had a perfect week for the first couple of weeks of January. So, I don't know if you all are familiar with the Apple Watch, but you have this Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch is amazing. Okay. I don't know if you all know this, but the Apple Watch manages your heart rate for you. And so it's so funny because when I first started putting my watch on, and like doing some light walking, my watch was like, "Are you okay?" My watch was like, "Are you okay? We see you, your heart rate going up. You good? Like, cause we know you ain't trying to exercise." I'm all like, "Yes, I'm exercising." I'm like, "You trying to tell us something? I'm exercising," and so it keeps up with your weight, and so it keeps up with your fitness exercise and your fitness goals. And so you tell that you want to walk, and so you be walking, and then all of a sudden you would like get distracted and start walking slow. The watch would be like, "Are you still exercising, or you want us to continue? Because you've clearly stopped walking." I'm like, "Goodness." I mean, I'm talking about this like Apple Watch got a smart mouth. It really, really does. But it really helps me because it tells me get up, start walking, let's go, let's get these fitness goals together. And so I make sure that I close all my rings every day. So I have closed all my rings every day of this year. And look, the Apple Watch telling me now, like, you ain't even got me on. But I'm doing well. And so if you want to get started with some small weight loss goals, I encourage you to incorporate the Apple Watch. And they have all kind of fitness challenges on the Apple Watch, and they keep up with you. They give you like the little awards. I'd be so happy to get a little award. You know how you was when you got the little certificate when you was a kid, which I wasn't really the best student. So all I used to get was the perfect attendance, because my daddy made sure I was at school every day. He didn't rain, hell, sleet, snow, baby. That was the only little award I had, was perfect attendance. But I would be so proud. That's how I feel now at almost 50. I'd be like, "Oh, I done landed another goal." So I definitely exercise every single day. I close my rings. I've been doing this walking video because it rained a lot in Los Angeles, and I didn't let that discourage me. So I started doing a walking video at home, and I just fell in love with this little walking video. And trying to get my calories burned. I'm continuing to not eat any meat. I'm just doing like fruits and vegetables. I do like a soup, but I tried a spaghetti squash, and I should have really recorded it. But in the future, we're going to have a lot more cooking videos, because I'm cooking a lot more, because that's the trap. All that fast food and chicken wings in the club every weekend, that's the stuff that really gets to your weight. And so I'm looking forward to cooking more and sticking to this more. And it's not just it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle change. I have so much thing on plastic surgery, so much lipo and all of that stuff. And it's worthless if you don't change your lifestyle. And so all of the inconsistencies need to stop. And so I'm dedicated to sticking to this and keeping this weight off, and I'm not going to be able to continue to use perimenopause as an excuse, even though she's the reason that I got back fat. But I'm not going to be able to keep using that, but I'm still say that she was the reason, because like, what, like, really, like, had to get back on birth control at 50. Like, it's just crazy. It's just dumb. So I'm just over menopause. But I have gotten some pills to try to help me with some of the things that I'm going through. One of my homegirls that's a comedian too, she's going through the same thing that I'm going through, and she hit me to some of the stuff that she's taking. So if it start working, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna keep y'all to it. But like, having a hot flash while menstruating is like the worst thing ever. Like, what, like, this is the most confused body, but it just be a lot. So I'm dedicated to improving my health in so many ways. I'm dedicated to being a bad chick at 50. Yes, and I only have like about 17 gray hairs. Like, I don't dye my hair. I still wear my natural hair color because I do the braids. And so I'm blessed in so many ways. My skin is still tight. I don't have a whole bunch of wrinkles, but I'm grateful that I still have this baby face, and I'm grateful that I'm able to, style myself the way I like, and so I'm looking forward to, getting my body back and keeping myself in shape and keeping my heart healthy, because I ultimately have the biggest, I don't believe in, my husband was a personal trainer. He was in very good shape. He had an extremely athletic physique, and he was only 40 years old, and he still died. And so there's a lot of different elements that can contribute to death. And so I got to put everything together. And I know y'all like, if you worried about dying, why you out here getting a shot to lose weight? Look, don't judge me. Let me go through what I'm going to go through. I went to the doctor. They gave me the go ahead. I'm not fooling with y'all. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the report card session. The F for fitness is finally in my life again, where it has not been. Where it should be. And so the report card session today was F for fitness. And so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're doing your due diligence to keep yourself fit. I hope you're getting some sunshine and some fresh air wherever you are, because those are things that also help me. Keeping myself active and busy definitely helps me as well. It helps me mentally. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's the trees, the earth, but when you go outside for a walk every day, it keeps you from being depressed and cooped up in the house and stressed out. So I definitely want to encourage everyone to use that F for fitness to keep yourself going, because it really, 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 really helps. So what's your report card? What are things that you do to keep yourself going? What got you through your grief? Definitely continue to do it. If you get out of the rhythm, try to get yourself back into the rhythm, because 2026 is going to be our year. Okay. Permanent fix. Come on. My mama gave me that. Mama Bland gave me that. Mama Bland said, I'm looking for a permanent fix in 2026. Shout out to Mama Bland. And I love that saying. So we're going to get some permanent fixes going on in 2026. So, I'm just looking forward to this year, and I want to thank y'all for bearing with me. I want to give y'all a couple of quick reminders. I want to give you a reminder to click onto the link and get your comedy show tickets. Invite other people. You ain't doing nothing, but even if you are, get a ticket. We're going to have some extra seats or something. Get a ticket, share it, and come and enjoy these laughs. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow my Instagram page. Leave a comment, and listen, however you listen to this podcast, definitely try to get in touch with me. I have a new website, and my new website is exciting. You can get my merchandise on the new website. My Can't Steal My Joy hoodies are available, and I also have some dresses available as well. And if you bought something from me before, and you want to get something else, just shoot me an email. I'll work with you. So thank y'all for supporting me. This has been episode 11, Reflections, Resolutions, New Beginnings. Thank you all for tuning in. But did you die, though? Confessions of a Widow. I'll see y'all next time. God bless y'all. Good night.
It didn't kill me, but it made me stronger, though, because I asked myself, did you die, though? Yeah. Confessions of a Widow.
Yeah. Trying to piece it back together. I've been stressing. I ain't been the same since I lost my best friend. My thoughts is crowded, don't know what to do about it. So I figure I should sit down and talk about it. Weight of the world on my shoulders, but still I go hard. So I created a session called the report card. 4 C's and 2 F's, the C stands for comedy, cooking, crafting, and Christianity. The 2 F's is fashion and fitness. Then I do the comical confessions to tell you all of my business. They ask me how am I doing, and I can't lie though. Yeah, it damn near killed me. But did you die though? Confessions of a widow. But did you die though? Go. Confessions of a widow. But did you die though? Nope. But did you die though?